Hello and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. Now, as we've seen in the last episode, this game is just crazy, to say the least. So, we found out the normal ending, we followed the narrator's will and wit and everything along those lines.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Most likely. So, yeah. How about we follow the story, but when we get to the point where we have to press the on or off switch, we press the on switch. We just turn the machine back on. That sounds like an idea.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yup, we did. No one here. That's
Yet there was not
fine.
a single person
Don't
here
get fired!
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, then we have right up here. 2845, right?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Sorry!
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I'm sorry. Ooh, fancy. Well, you can apparently progress too fast. It's a cat's picture. Okay.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley
There we
calmly
go.
walked forward into the opened passageway.
Thank you. Just let the narrator talk. Wow. Well, I guess that's how it can be. Sigh. Okay. Let's see, we have two options here. Mind control
Stanley
facility
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
and
Facility.
escape. We're just gonna go this way. Let there be lights.
Lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes, of course we have the strength. Why wouldn't we have the strength? We are Stanley.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
427,
Each bore the number
427,
of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers.
7.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Where's 427? 427. 427.
This
There it
mind
is.
control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control
Yay, it's my
all this
office.
time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
Most
that
likely.
his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never!
It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
Oh,
was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Nice. Okay. Let's be annoying. and press the on button on the mind control.
Oh, Stanley. You didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Uh-huh.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Uh-huh.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go.
No.
Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you'll never have to do much better than that.
What do I?
I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do.
I've got a lot of power.
And I believe you'll find this pertinent. Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
No.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper
No.
DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
No.
How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things.
Oh crap!
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires.
Buttons.
Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going,
2.
what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Okay, 1.
What's that?
2.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free.
Yeah, but why?
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
You're mean.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground,
Wait, what?
swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
You're evil.
I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
How about you don't kill me?
Whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better.
Button number 5. There we go.
Goodness, only 34 seconds left.
That's nothing.
But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Oh, come on.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Oh,
dear me. What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what
Yeah,
you're supposed
maybe.
to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Press the red button. No.
Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
1.
These numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything.
What door?
Something here will save me.
Yeah, maybe.
Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten?
Yeah, maybe.
One solved?
Who knows?
Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Yeah, I noticed
You're only
that.
still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge.
Oh, come
It's
on.
a tragedy. You wanted to control this world.
Yes.
Fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Yeah, that's mean.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Well, that just happened. That's just happened. Oh.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision?
Are we gonna get this
What if
again?
a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility?
What if I don't want that?
Oh, this couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell.
This narrator is insane.
For sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive.
Yeah, someday.
Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer.
Yes, it is.
Here it comes.
Let me out! Do we get the blue office again? What was with the blue office? Nope, no blue office. Okay. I want to be mean. He blew me up, and that's not something I like. So, I'm gonna humor him for a small moment.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And then we've got a
Yet there was
thingy
not a
somewhere.
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
There we go.
Stanley decided to go. Oh no! Oh no! 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 Not again! I won't be.
Oh,
part of
yes,
this. I'm not going
again.
to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room.
Ha.
Please take your time.
Oh, I will take my time. I will definitely take my time. You blew me up when I tried to turn on the controls again. Okay, I did disobey you ever so slightly, but it didn't. That wasn't necessary to kill me. Well, technically I'm still alive right now, so what the heck? Still, I'm just gonna stay in this broom closet, and you are not gonna stop me. Well, it's pretty boring in here. Nothing else? Do you have nothing to say about me staying in this broom closet all the time? No? Nothing? Nothing at all? Why do my fallout senses start tingling right now? It's duct tape, wrenches, and stuff that is maybe useful to build a settlement with. A broom. That could all be so useful. I want to pick it up. I can't pick it up. Why can't I pick it up? Fine. How about we go down?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope, we don't. Ooh.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
Maybe.
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment
what?
for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
11,
For example,
12, A,
why
B,
couldn't he see
car.
his feet when he looked down?
That's a
Why
good
did doors
question.
close automatically behind him wherever he went?
That's-
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Yes, they are.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
I'm dreaming.
I'm dreaming!
Oh, yes, we are. Yay!
This is all a dream.
Yes, it is.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Yay!
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying.
Oh,
and began
no.
to gently float above the ground.
Ooh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared.
Oh,
it
wow.
was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
And that is...
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Yes, now we're talking about
Now
it.
the voice was describing itself
Oh,
being
God.
considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
This is
I'm
pretty
dreaming
insane.
About a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And when he
Thoughtception.
thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream.
Aww.
Could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley
Maybe.
is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How
Yes.
else would the voice explain all that?
Yes.
This voice was a part of himself too, surely, surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
How?
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want.
I want to press the
my
buttons.
apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
I'm Stanley and I'm fine.
Okay.
Nope. Well, that worked.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be
screen is
real. I
turning
must
red.
be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
No. Don't restart. Don't restart on me. Don't restart on me.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Wait, what?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
Wow.
Very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
Just wow.
She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Wow. Just wow. And you restarted on me. Oh, that is not good. That is not good in the slightest, is it? That is definitely not good. Well, sort of, I guess. What other stuff could we do? We had the right on the catwalk, right before we got into the power room and stuff, the mind control facility. We had an escape part. Let's go do that.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Does the narration also change from time to time? Okay, we have to go to the left.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Are you serious? Are you absolutely serious? You blocked off the broom closet because... Wow. What I wonder. No! Ooh. That's a challenge. Can I get myself trapped? We need to go up, because going down just costs us all insane stuff.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
These doors are too small. Challenge accepted.
Okay, I think we all know.
Yes! Take that! So... now what? We can just go back. Wasn't this door closed? Oh, everything is open again. Okay. That door is closed. This is awkward. Why are these doors... Why is the path I took open when it constantly closed down each and every time? That doesn't make much sense, does it? The end is never the end. Is never... What the heck? Okay. That door was not open before. That door was not open before. 428. That is not an office space. That is pitch black. Geronimo? Okay, that's a bit anticlimactic. Oh, okay. Wait, what? You are now leaving. Oh. Yes, that sounds good. That sounds very good. Escape pod bay, floor 760. Ooh. Interesting. Show me this escape pod, please. Can't we take the elevator or something? That would make it quite easy. Or easier. All the power is off. Except for that one computer, of course, but... Where are we going? Oh, the escape pod. The escape pod. That's what it said just now. God, it's dark in here. Where is this going? Oh, there's one more floor above this. Okay. Okay. Ah, escape pod launch bay. Nice. Escape. Where to? There's nothing here. Okay, there it is. Is that the escape pod? What's happening? No. That is mean. Restarting right before I reach the escape pod. That is just mean. Okay, change of plans. We're gonna go.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
How about no? How about no? Also, are these the only...
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Are these the only windows? No. I read a comment somewhere that I had to try and try and reach. Oh. Okay, that's interesting. Can I possibly get to the other side? I can walk on top of this. Question is, can I... Someone said I should try and reach for the window. Can I get on the chair again? Not that chair. There we go. Okay, so can I get over this? No. How do we get over this? Come on. There must be a way. Okay, if someone has any advice on how to actually get up on this. Nah. I'd like to hear how to get up on top of that. Okay. We had the escape part.
When Stanley came to a
To the
set of
left?
2 open
Yes,
doors,
yes.
he entered the door
There
on
we
his
go.
left.
It's difficult to enter a door on my left. Let's see. So near the
Yet
mind
there was
control
not a single
facility,
person here either.
on the
Feeling
catwalk.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, let's not lock ourselves outside this time around.
Here's the door, just go.
Seriously? Wow. Wow. That is just... wow. Okay, so, near the catwalk, we had to go to the escape part. Let's see what we can do. Well, this game is just absolutely genius. Okay, here it is.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, keep dreaming, pal.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Say what? You're just saying that to scare me, are you? I hope.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Oh, how does that feel? So close to the end of your perfect story. And then Stanley just refuses to do your bidding. Take that. Got a problem with this?
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yeah, because I don't believe you. What have we got here? Geronimo! Oh. Do we have long fall boots? We have long fall boots! Yay!
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his
oh dear.
He reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Oh dear.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story.
Yeah, maybe.
Trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh dear. Oh no 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 no.
Farewell, Stanley,
Wait,
cried the narrator,
what?
as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Who are
In a
you?
single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
That's not nice. Oh, what? Okay. I'm confused. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
Who are
What
you?
exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Yeah, that's a good question. You're the narrator now. What do you think I'm trying to accomplish? That's the door. That looks fancy.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Well, that's a bit grim, isn't it? Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Oh, there's the room with the two doors. The two doors. The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. We're in a museum! Filing cabinets. Oh, this is awesome. Stanley's desk. The office doors, the different kind. Wow. Stanley's office. Wait, the door that's over here is not here. Nature paintings. And Stanley's computer. See, I'm pressing buttons, I'm doing my job. Obviously, this blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Oh, this is awesome. Office computers. Employees database. Someone's been playing Patience. What have we got over here? The buttons! A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Wait, what? So you do change. Well, we have the credits here. Nice. Written and designed by Davey Reed and William Pugh? I don't know. But Dave, oh yeah, of course, Davey was from the beginner's guide. Yes. The office. Maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. Ah, with still the walls and everything, the floors not fully completed and textures. It's the printer. The copy machine. Greenlight. In September 2012 we submitted the Stanley Parable to Greenlight, Valve's process of approving games for Steam. The Greenlight page had only a series of cryptic photos, which was still enough to win the community's approval. These are screenshots of the Stanley Parable HD remakes. More endings, fewer endings, more narrators, fewer narrators, more Stanley, less Stanley. What? The point of the Stanley Parable is to win. Am I going crazy? Maybe it isn't the same image. Was the clock maybe 4? I don't remember. How do I go back? Can you check for me? Yes. Wait, what? Now it's... What? Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action in the game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people intercepted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. It could have been fun. That sort of looks like Tron. Interesting. What else have we got? Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these in further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Greetings, omnipotent voice. I want to tell you I like the Stanley Parable as much as I liked seeing a what? Well, playing the Stanley Parable had helped me make friends. I don't have any friends, so I tarry. Well. Dead strong bad. How do you type with boxing gloves on? What? Okay. Wow, there's a lot to see. The office. Early version of the lounge. Well, the lounge now looks better. The apartment timer. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Cool. Wait, apartment ending? Oh. Interesting. Cargo lifts. Cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version we decided we also wanted the option of playing forward to their death. Well, okay then. The cargo lift. This second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted it to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. There's a lot of stuff I still haven't seen. That is awesome. Ooh. Zending levers. These levers were originally a part of the Zending. Zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color lever they had pulled. I can pull the levers, whatever you call it. Portal! This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. That really looks like Portal. The Zending model. The Zending went through many iterations. This room represents the fourth version of the ending, and we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch. Wait, what? I saw that. One of the desks from an early version of the countdown ending. Ooh, button! Button! No! Monitor room list. Can I press the button? Nope, can't press the button. Countdown room. Yes, the countdown room. I remember that room where you killed me. Ooh, exit. Freedom ending. Oh, that's the main one. There really is quite a lot of stuff here. Office clock. Yeah, very important to have the office clock. What have we got here? Underground. An early version of the underground portion of the game. Escape. Ooh. Narration outtakes. Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game.
Stanley came to the lift. He traveled upward to the power source at the top of the facility to end this injustice. Then he pushed the brakes. Now look closer, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room. Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you pick up on intuitively if you have even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad. Stanley stood on the snow. Of course, you being you'll probably spend the next Stanley.
That narrator is awesome. I really wonder how many times he must have said the name Stanley in his recordings. Stanley this, Stanley that, Stanley, 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 Stanley. All the Stanley stuff. Ooh. Game design mockup. This is the level that William, the level designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of audition piece. The strength of this level got William hired to design the full game. Though much of the environment has changed, the basic layout from this mockup is still in the game. Yes, it is. That is awesome. Wow. Ooh, different offices. Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November 2011, the second in March 2012, and the third February 2013. So what changed? More filing cabinets, more cozy-ish. It was always 427. So instead of 2 computers, there was just 1. That is awesome. Some of the filing cabinets open to show it's actually being worked on and stuff. That is cool. Okay. Well. In that case, let's go to the exit. That was awesome.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Both on and off? You mean that? How about we turn it off?
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Sort of?
No, perhaps not.
Yeah.
Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
They're most likely because it's dark right now.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Should I? Should I? Nah, let's pursue.
Time...
Woohoo! Oh, that's just awesome. Okay then. So, did I break it? Hello? I have to restart the game myself, don't I? Yeah, so technically I'm dead. Well, okay then. Anyway, this is where I'm gonna end today's episode. If you guys like this episode, feel free to leave a like or comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all my daily uploads. Have a very nice day, and I'll see you all in the next episode of the Stanley Parable. Bye bye!